Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of agricultureinformation.com, I like to invite the speaker, Dr. P. Naveen Kumar, who will talk about recent varieties and technologies in floriculture. I now request the speaker to begin. Thank you.
Shall I start, madam?
Yes, please start.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Dr. P. Naveen Kumar, Head Division of Flower and Medicinal Crops, Indian Institute of Horticulture Research, Bangalore. I would like to thank the Agriculture Information. They have invited me for a lecture, and I'm taking this opportunity to showcase our varieties and technologies which have been developed from IIHR Bangalore. Our division is, working on flower and medicinal crops at IHR, but in this half an hour or 1 hour lecture, I'll be covering the varieties and technologies which were developed at IHR in flower crops. It will be difficult to, combine to list all flower and medicinal crops. So let me start. The importance of floriculture, some of the details I'll not be elaborating. The importance of floriculture is well known. You can see from the area production, last 4 to 5 years, this area under flower crops is around 3 lakh hectares. Sometimes it is plus minus, maybe 10,000 hectares. Last NHP database, as per NHP database, it is 2.97 lakh hectares with a production of 22.84 lakh metric tons of loose flowers and 9.47 lakh metric tons of cut flowers. And floriculture, we are exporting different floricultural products to different destinations. And during 23-24, the value of these floricultural products is about 717.83 crores. From India, and the major share of these floriculture products is dried flowers or the value-added products from dried flowers. So this is the area and production, and these are the states, major states for loose flower production and cut flowers. When we say floriculture, there are 2 components, that is loose flowers and cut flowers. Loose flowers, they are also known as traditional flowers, and the mainstay of Indian floriculture is loose flowers or traditional flowers, and which accounts to about 70 to 80%. And then cut flowers, they range from 15 to 20% of total area and production. So they are called modern flowers, and they are used for different floral arrangements, mostly for flower bouquets, vase decoration, and for different floral arrangements. Whereas loose flowers, as you all know, they are used for worship, different garland making, and also different floral arrangements, decorating different stages, different functions, family, and different occasions. So for loose flower production, these are the states: Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, and Madhya Pradesh, followed by Gujarat and Karnataka. These are the major states with respect to area and production. Whereas for cut flowers, West Bengal, Karnataka, and Chhattisgarh, these are the 3 states which tops in area as well as production. And this particular floriculture is recording a very impressive growth rate of 5% per annum in terms of production. I'm speaking. And the area is also about 5 to 7% per year in the last 10 years. Yeah, very huge domestic market. During last year, 2023, as per a private estimate, the domestic market is estimated to be 23,000 to 25,000 crores per annum. And Delhi, the Gazipur market of Delhi is the largest market, and we have different markets in Mumbai, all metropolitan cities like Mumbai Dadar market, and Bangalore KR market, Hyderabad, Gudimalkapur market. So like that, we have different markets, retail markets I'm talking about, and we have only one International Flower Action Center at Bangalore, which is operational and mostly used for marketing of cut flowers. The contribution of floriculture to gross domestic product is very significant, and there are other advantages with floriculture, like it's a very good diversification option from agriculture and horticulture, other crops. So this can go as a viable diversification option, especially in the towns and metro cities. These are the top 10 floricultural commodities in India. So marigold, as it is a short duration crop and can be taken round the year. So mostly 3 seasons, rainy season, winter and summer season, but it can be grown at any part of the year. So that's why it ranks the first rank in area as well as production, followed by rose, chrysanthemum, tuberose, jasmine, like that. Cut flowers, we have rose, gerbera and carnation, which are cultivated in polyhouses protected structures, whereas gladiolus and tuberose, they are cultivated in open field cultivation, open field. So we have potted plants and potted foliage plants, potted flowering plants. I have listed here. Sorry. So these are the floricultural exports, and which includes fresh flowers, dry flowers, cut foliage, cut stems, bulbs, end plants, seeds, cuttings, tissue culture plants, and grafts. So these are the statistics. So last year it is, 23-24, 717 crores. In terms of US million dollars, it is 86.63 US million dollars. And these are the destinations. USA, followed by Germany, Netherlands, UK, and the United Arab Emirates. These are the top 5 destinations of Indian floricultural products. So, we are also importing some of the fresh flowers like orchids from Thailand, tulips from Netherlands, iris from Netherlands, proteas from South Africa, and calla lily from New Zealand. So, other than this cut flower and loose flower, we have n number of opportunities, income generating avenues in floriculture. So to list here, cut foliage, as I said, cut greens, pot plants, arboriculture, turf grasses, essential oils and aromatherapy, pillars, amenity horticulture, environmental horticulture, plug plants, and there are so many other opportunities in floriculture. I just listed the different avenues in floriculture. So coming back to our division, so this is division of flower and medicinal crops. IIHR, at IIHR Bangalore, we are working on fruits, vegetables, flowers, post-harvest technology. We have 8 divisions, and then we are also working on division natural resources like soil science, agricultural engineering, and then crop protection, entomology, pathology, and hematology. And also we have a division of basic sciences where we work on basic sciences like plant physiology, biochemistry, biotechnology, and agricultural chemicals. So in our division, these are the major flower crops where we are working. That is rose, tuberose, marigold, gladiolus, gerbera, crosandra, chrysanthemum, aster. And also we are working on, we worked earlier on jasmine, carnation, and we recently started work on dahlia, orchids, and lotus. So the major emphasis is on development of high-yielding varieties which are resistant to different biotic factors, mostly the fungal pathogens. We are targeting fungal pathogens in different flower crops, and then quality parameters, and also the novelty in color for these flower crops. So this is the main objective we are working in our division, and also we are working on standardizing production technologies, including the vertical farming, hydroponics, aeroponics, and different precision production technologies. So these are the 2 major objectives we are trying to address in flower crops. And we have some work on post-harvest management also. That is like wealth creation from waste flowers or used flowers. So coming to the development of varieties or breeding part, first crop, the foremost important flower crop is rose. As we all know, this is known as queen of flowers. It is used for different purposes. So one is cut flowers, loose flower, gardening purpose, and also for ornamental purpose, different landscaping purpose. So among cut flower segment, we have three varieties: Arka Swadesh, Arka Ivory, and Arka Pride. Whereas in loose flowers, we have three more varieties: Arka Savi, Arka Parimala, and Arka Sukanya. And gardening, the focus is around the year flowering as much as possible. So Arka Sinchana, Arka Kinari, Arka Sharmili, they are very profusely flowering, and they flower almost throughout all seasons. So that is the objective. So we have developed varieties for gardening purpose. And recently, last year, we have developed this Kleiber, Arka Veeraraghavan. This is very good, very big size flowers with dark shades, and used for covering the arches and pergolas. And with pruning, we can make different shapes of this particular variety. Coming to the cut flower varieties, Arka Swadesh, which is meant for cut flower purpose, can be grown in protected conditions as well as in open field condition, and flowers are of medium size with good keeping quality up to 5 to 6 days. Yield potential is about 250 flowers per square meter per year in protected cultivation, whereas in open field, the yield potential is high. So we can harvest more flowers, that is around 500 flowers of, but only thing is in open field conditions, the stock length will come down, so that if the market is target market is domestic, then we can go for open field cultivation of Arka Swadesh. Next important variety is Arka Ivory. So these flowers are in ivory color or light cream color. Very good for a cut flower purpose. You can see the shape of the flowers. So this is also very good for open field as well as protected conditions. So here 200 flowers under protected cultivation and 400 flowers in open field cultivation. So, and this line is, this particular ivory is resistant to mites. In rose production, either protected cultivation or open field cultivation, the sucking pests, mites and thrips are the major biotic factor which adversely affects the quality as well as yield of the rose flowers. Third one is Arka Pride. It is again very good for cut flower purpose in pink shade, medium size flowers with cup shape, the desirable shape of cut flowers. So production potential around 150 to 175 flowers with a stalk length of 60 centimeters in protected houses or protected structures. Whereas in open field, the yield can go up to 400 flowers with a stalk length of 30 centimeters. So they are cut flowers. Next, coming to the loose flowers, Arka Savi. This is last 3 to 4 years. It is trending. Many farmers are coming for this particular variety. We are supplying on an average 3 to 4 lakhs of planting material from our institute. And still we are not able to meet the demand from different stakeholders. Very good flower color, purple red color, and produced in bunches. You can see the plant, the phenotype of the plant. They are very good for decoration of the stage. Very popular among the flower decorators, for any occasion, any function, and very high yielding, about 30 tons per acre per year. It will be producing, and the plant phenotype is, like a big tree. It grows up to 6 to 7 feet. And by pruning, we can control the height up to 6 feet. So once or twice in a year, we can go for pruning of the plant. This is having very good shelf life also, about 5 to 6 days. Only thing, as the phenotype is very big, the plant stature, the height and width of the plant is more. So the spacing recommended is 2 meters by 1 meter, unlike any other loose flower crop. So other loose flower crops in general will be recommending 60 centimeter by 45 centimeter. That is like 2 feet by 1.5 feet or 3 feet by 2 feet. But here, considering the phenotype, this is recommended to go for 2 meters by 1 meter of spacing, which will accommodate around 1400 plants per acre. So next important is another loose flower is Arka Parimala. Fragrant variety, very good fragrance, very good aroma. So this is very much suitable for value addition. The dried petals are used in a different confectionery and making of sweets. And also this particular variety is suitable for extracting essential oils. So essential oils, rose is the traditionally major source of essential oils, and the essential oil extracted from rose oil is valued very much. The Kannauj area of Uttar Pradesh, which uses this damask rose. This is on par with that damask rose. In fact, giving higher yield. The damask rose flowers for 1 month to 1.5 2 months only, but this Arca parimula flowers almost major part of the year. 3 seasons of the year it flowers, and very good yield, 10 lakh loose flowers per acre per year. And this is also very much accepted by the flower growers, and we have very good demand for the planting material for this Arca parimula. And Arca Sukanya, another fragrant variety. We have a concrete yield of 0.224%, very good concrete yield. Very good for garland making and loose flower purpose. So different value-added products are made from Arca Sukanya also after drying off these petals. So I was telling you the third category, gardening category or gardening or landscaping purpose. We have Arca Kinari, bicolor flower, very slight variation, the outside of the petals and inside of the petals, orient pink, and inner side is yellowish pink color. These are very good for gardening purpose. They keep on producing flowers throughout the year. Arca Kinari and Arca Sharmili, flowers in bunches, you can see here. So highly floriferous flowers in different flushes. And change in this flower color is a very good attraction for the garden. You can see different flower colors, pink to dark pink and reddish pink. So multiple shades of same flower can be seen on the same plant at any point of time. So third one is Arca Sinchana. So this is also very good rose variety for gardening purpose. Any public garden or private garden, very good variety, Arca Sinchana. I was talking about this Arca Viraragavan, a climber type. You can see here. We have planted on the border of our rose garden. So these are big size flowers, 10 to 12 centimeters in size, with multiple petals, about 50 to 60 petals in each flower. And it is field tolerant to black spot and thrips, and two important pest problems. It is found to be tolerant, and it is also having higher longevity. These are not harvested in general, and when you keep it on the plant up to 8 to 10 days, it will be fresh and appealing to the visitors. So here we try to train these Viraragavan climbers on the arches and the pergolas of our institute. Next important crop is marigold. Many varieties and hybrids are available from private sector. But from public sector, IIHR is the first institute to come out with F1 hybrids. 4 F1 hybrids we have developed. Dr. Tejashwini, the retired principal scientist of our division, she has developed these 4 hybrids. That is Arca Abhi, Arca Banu, Arca Shubha, and Arca Vibha. Abhi and Banu are yellow in color, whereas Shubha and Vibha are orange colored. And we have OP varieties also, open pollinated varieties, Arca Agni, Arca Bangara, Arca Bangara 2. These 3 are propagated through cuttings, whereas F1 hybrids, they are propagated through seeds. We are also working on development of varieties for French marigold. We have developed 2 varieties, Arca Pari and Arca Madhu. So Arca Agni, orange colored vegetatively propagated variety, OP variety developed here. So very good yield, about 6 to 9 tons per acre. And it starts flowering 40 to 45 days after planting, and it continues to flower for about 60 days. And many farmers have taken up this particular variety, and they're all happy. These are the pictures from farmers' fields. Some more success stories where farmers are happy with cultivation of Arca Agni in Karnataka, Chhattisgarh, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana. Many farmers have taken up, and we have recorded success stories of this Arca Agni marigold. Arca Bangara, again, open pollinated variety. developed here, but only thing, the flowers are medium in size, 5 centimeters to 6.5 centimeters, 6.5 centimeters, and very good yielding, 15 to 18 tons per acre. But we have developed one more, Arka Bangara 2. This is slightly bigger in size than Arka Bangara. Arka Bangara is golden yellow, whereas Arka Bangara 2 is lemon yellow. This is also very good yield potential, about 7 tons per acre. So this again, vegetatively propagated hybrid, very popular among the farmers. We have done a very good number of demonstrations in farmers' fields as well as at our institute. We have a National Horticulture Fair, which is an annual event, during which we'll be showcasing all our varieties and all our technologies. Arka Bangara 2, one more success story. So coming to F1 hybrids, as I said, Arka Abhi and Arka Banu, these two are yellow in color. One is lemon yellow, another one is golden yellow. So both are very good F1 hybrids. More than 10 tons per acre is the yield potential they have. And very good. All of you might be aware of the advantages of this F1 hybrids. They are uniform in shape, size, and highly floriferous, and then uniform in shape and size. Color also you can see the uniform color. So two hybrids, Arka Vibha and Arka Shubha. These two are in orange color. This Arka Vibha is highly compact, you can see here, whereas Arka Shubha is rich in carotenoids. This is very good for valuation also. About 2.7 to 2.8% of carotenoids and dry weight basis can be extracted from Arka Shubha. So very good variety, very good hybrid for valuation purpose. 3.25% of carotenoids. In French marigold, we have Arka Pari and Arka Madhu. These can be propagated, these can be cultivated in around the year. These are dwarf in nature, dwarf with spreading habit, very early maturing, about 25 to 30 days is sufficient for flowering. Very short duration, 3 to 4 months, the crop will be completed. So on an average, you'll get 500 to 600 flowers per plant and about 4.5 to 5 tons per acre of yield will be getting this one. And Arka Madhu, the flowers are very unique, bicolored. Two colors will be there, orange, dark orange and yellowish orange. And this is also dwarf in stature with spreading habit. It is relatively takes 5 to 10 days more than Arka Pari for flowering. But on average, 3 to 4 months is sufficient for completion of this crop. On average, 6 tons per acre is the yield potential of this Arka Madhu. So this is the average yield of OP varieties, Arka Bangara, Bangara 2, Arka Agni, as well as French marigold, Arka Madhu and Arka Pari. Coming to this normal varieties which are available in the market and then our own F1 hybrids. F1 hybrids during Kharif and Rabi season, they require 3 feet by 2 feet of spacing. I mean, higher spacing, because they are relatively spreading type, highly vigorous and spreading type, highly floriferous. So higher spacing is recommended. Whereas during summer, the more plants can be accommodated with a lesser spacing of 60 centimeter by 45 centimeters, 2 feet by 1.5 feet. Because during summers, the crop may not be that much vigorous like that of rainy season and winter. So as per this spacing, as per this plant density, so the plant density per acre varies. During rainy and winter seasons, it may be 7,500 to 8,000 plants per acre. Whereas during summers, the plant population may go up to 14,000 plants per acre. So only these OP varieties, Arka Bangara, Bangara 2 and Arka Agni, they are propagated through vegetative cuttings, tip cuttings with 2 to 3 nodes and about 10 centimeter length. They are used for propagation and fertilizers 75 kgs, 50 kgs, 50 kgs per hectare. So I'm not giving the total package of practices. So those who are interested, you can contact us, contact me or our IHR for the planting material as well as the package of practices. So time may not be sufficient to give the details of all the package of practices. Another important crop is tuberose. Since long we are working on tuberose crop, and Arka Prajwal is the USP of our IHR. Almost all corners of the country, this particular variety has been tested under AICRP, All India Coordinated Research Project on Floriculture, and it has been found to be very good than any of the local varieties in all parts of the country, and it has been accepted. For example, in West Bengal, the Ranaghat area, Nadia district, so those about 8 to 10 villages, they are completely into tuberose cultivation using this Prajwal variety, and they are earning very good income from this Prajwal variety. So we are supplying it is propagated through bulbs, and we are supplying the planting material of tuberose Prajwal, and also we have another variety Arka Kirtana and Arka Nirantara. So these are also on par with Arka Prajwal. Arka Prajwal and Arka Nirantara both are very good. Yield-wise, about 18 tons from Prajwal we can get, and from Arka Nirantara, more than 18 tons of yield. Only thing, in tuberose, this Arka Prajwal, the florets are a little bold and bigger in size compared to Arka Nirantara. Arka Nirantara, they are relatively lighter in weight, and the number of florets or number of flowers are more in Arka Nirantara. Both are used for loose flower purpose, making different garlands and floral arrangements. And Suhas and Vaibhav, these two are double type. These are very good for vase decoration, making different flower bouquets. And our IHR varieties are tolerant to nematodes. Arka Suhasini is tolerant to nematodes. In tuberose, nematodes are a major problem. Without any, so many of the times diagnosis is a problem for the farmers. So our package of practices includes prophylactic measures for management of nematodes. And then recently, the blossom midge is another, biotic factor. Blossom midge, small mosquito-like thing, which is affecting this tuberose crop. We are ready with the management of blossom midge also. Arka Sugandhi is relatively dwarf type, very attractive, very good for pot culture. Again, this is tolerant to nematodes. And this is recommended for pot culture as well as in the beds. So we have a number of success stories with this Arka Prajwal variety. So many farmers have taken this variety in Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Andhra, Telangana, Madhya Pradesh, West Bengal, all in all southern parts, as well as in the North India, this Uttar Pradesh, Punjab, Haryana. So this particular variety was found to be highly successful, and many farmers are cultivating this one. And this Arka Sugandhi, the Arka Prajwal, this is very good for extracting essential oil also. Next important crop is Crosandra. For the first time in India, IHR has come out with 5 varieties in Crosandra. Earlier, only the amateur nurseryman, Venkatapati Raju from Pondicherry, he has developed some varieties, but they are not into commercial cultivation. Farmers do not have access to those varieties. So these 5 varieties, Arka Ambara, Arka Kanaka, Arka Shravya, Arka Shriya, and Arka Chenna, these 5 varieties were developed at IHR. So Chenna, we are multiplying in large scale, and we are trying to supply to as many farmers as possible. So again, here also the demand is high. We are trying our level best to supply the planting material. So flowers are medium sized, 20% bigger than the local types. And the petal color, the flowers are orange color, typical orange color. Very good yield, about 4 times higher than the local types, around 5.5 to 6 tons per acre is the yield potential of this particular Arka Chenna. shelf life also much better than the local types. So Prosandra is the highly short-lived one, highly perishable flower crop. So not more than 1 day or 1.5 day, but here up to 3 days we can store these Prosandra flowers, Arka Chena. And next important two varieties, Arka Ambara and Arka Kanaka. Kanaka is in golden yellow color, whereas Ambara again in orange color. So both are having about 5.5 to 6 tons per acre yield potential. Arka Shravai, another important variety. You can see the spike length is more. It's very good as a cut flower also. We can use it as a cut flower for small vases. We can use this Shravai as a cut flower. And Arka Shriya, these are bigger flowers. The consumer preference varies. In Tamil Nadu, the consumer prefers flowers of smaller size, whereas in the North India, Central India, Maharashtra, well, Karnataka, they prefer flowers of a bigger size. So Arka Shriya is popular in Karnataka and Andhra Pradesh like that, whereas this is Ravia is preferred in Tamil Nadu. So next important crop is aster. Again, another important popular loose flower crop. It is cultivated in Maharashtra, Karnataka, West Bengal. Very popular flower crop. So we have developed varieties Arka Kamini, Purnima, Shashank, Violet Cushion, Arka Adya, and Arka Archana. So different flower colors. Kamini and Purnima, they are very popular. And then recent Arka Adya. So I'll not go into the details. So we are supplying the seed of all these aster varieties, and we are having some more aster promising lines, which will be releasing in the very soon. We'll be releasing a couple of more varieties in purple color or mauve color aster varieties. So Arka Adya and Arka Archana, very good yield potential, more than 10 tons. Either Adya or Archana, both will be giving higher yield. So next important gladiolus for vase decoration, making different flower bouquets. Gladiolus is very extensively used. Arka, we have these varieties Arka Ayush and Arka Manorama, very popular. Many farmers have taken this planting material in Karnataka, Maharashtra, and many other states. Arka Amar, Arka Naveen, Arka Amar, we are multiplying in a very large scale and supplying to different farmers. Arka Gold, Arka Kesar, this purple color, Arka Pratham, Arka Ranjini. So these all gladiolus varieties are available at our institute. In Gerbera, we have Arka Krishika and Arka Red. Both are recommended for open field cultivation. They flower almost round the year. The beginning, it will take 3 to 3.5 months for first flowering. But once when they start flowering, up to 3 to 4 years, we can have this crop. Very high yielding and with the minimum insect pest and disease incidence. In open field, we can have these two varieties. And chrysanthemum, we have Arka Chandrika, Arka Kirti, Arka Yellow Gold for loose flower purpose, which are developed about 5 to 10 years back. But the recent, this Anirudh and Dhaval, Arka Anirudh and Arka Dhaval. So these are very good varieties for pot culture. You can put it in your, office table or in your living room, in your home decoration. So these once flowered, they can be kept in any place. Very good for pot culture. Arka Manohar, Arka Pink Star. These 4 varieties are very good for pot culture varieties. So in addition to these are some of the varieties, and we have pink color tuberose in pipeline. Very soon we are coming out with pink color tuberose varieties, and then white and yellow color, pure white and pure yellow color gladiolus varieties. They are in pipeline. Very soon we'll be coming out with varieties in these crops. So in addition to these varieties, we have some of the technologies, some of the agro techniques like phenophase-based nutrition, which is fertigation. applying nutrients irrigation water. We have standardized for Gladiolus, Tuberose, Crosandra, and Aster. 4 crops we have standardized, and we have also standardized precision agri techniques, precision techniques for other crops. So one about that technology is vertical farming. So this has been standardized for Lilium, Arca vertical farming module. We call this one. So many of you might be aware of this one. Instead of using the horizontal space, our objective is to make use of the vertical space where we can use the, where we can increase the number of plants per unit area, at least five to six times higher plant population than the conventional horizontal farming. So 5 to 6 fold increase. So we have standardized these modules for Lilium, for Gerbera, and also for Limonium, which is cut filler, and also for Gerbera, and also for leafy vegetables, and for production of cut foliage. This you can see Dracena. We have the vacant space between 2 vertical panels has been used for production of cut foliage. These Nephrolophis fens as well as Dracena messengiana cut foliage plants. So again, so we have standardized the growing media, the design of that vertical panels, and the irrigation and the nutritional dosage for these vertical farming. So Dr. Safina from our division, she is working on this one. So she has done for foliage plants as well as flowering plants. She has tried even the Gypsophila, Gladiolus, all these things. And another important technology is to make floral agarbatti and dupe technology, Arca floral agarbatti and dupe technology from either used flowers or unused flowers, the flowers which the farmer is not able to market them. So they can be very well utilized for making this floral agarbatti as well as dupe technology. So it has unique advantages over the agarbatti available in the market. The smoke emitted is less toxic. It has less pollutants like carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide, nitric oxide, and volatile organic carbons than those which are manufactured using the charcoal as the base. And also it has higher burning time than the conventional market available agarbatti. So we have high yielding varieties in medicinal crops. This I will not elaborate on this one, but for your information, we are working on Centella asiatica, Docoperni, very good medicinal plant. And also we are working on Eclipta alba, Bringraj, and also Brahmi, Bacopa moneri, and also we are working on Calmeg and Graphis maniculata, and also we are working on Ternatia, that is Clitoria ternatia, Shankpushpi, and also Gymnema, Goodmar, which is extensively used for anti-diabetic properties. So very briefly, sorry if I'm fast enough. Thank you very much. Now I'm open. I was open for any queries or any further clarifications. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Naveen, for the very detailed presentation. Now I'll quickly take up some questions. Now we are already 4. I'll try to take as many as possible. Next few minutes. Okay.
Yeah, I have mentioned my email ID and phone number.
Yeah.
Interested people can contact me for further details. Okay,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Okay. So, what are the fast high yield flower varieties developed by ICAR-IIHR?
What are the
High yield flower varieties developed by ICAR. High yield.
Yeah. High yield, all are high
Yeah.
yielding. Whatever I mentioned, either rose or marigold, tuberose, aster, rosandra, these are all high yielding varieties. For example, in Crosandra, the local varieties, they'll be producing about 1.5 to 2 tons, not more than 2 tons per acre, the flower yield of local varieties. Whereas the varieties which we have developed, on an average, the flower yield is more than 5 tons per acre. Either it is Arka Channa, Arka Shravya, or Arka Ambara, or Arka Kanaka. So this is one example. Like a tuberose, Prajwal variety, it's a high, very high yielding, about 15 tons to 18 tons per hectare. Whereas the conventional local varieties, many of the farmers in Maharashtra as well as in Karnataka, they still use local varieties, which produces about 4 tons to 6 tons, not more than that. Or at the most, with good management practices, they can realize about 8 tons of yield. Whereas our Prajwal variety, almost 100% high yield, about 16 to 18 tons per acre. So like that, all varieties which I mentioned now, which I listed here, all are high yielding in comparison to the local varieties as well as the varieties from private sector. And just for your information, some of the varieties, we have this unique place of developing at IIHR. No other public sector or private sector are working on these flower crops. For example, chrysanthemum. No one is working on this crop. So no question of improved varieties in chrysanthemum.
Okay.
But it is a very popular, very more sought after loose flower crop in all South Indian states.
Okay. And which flower crops are most suitable for small and marginal farmers?
All these flower crops are suitable, madam. So, but to start with, with less capital, we can start with tuberose, very hardy crop, and once planted, it gives it starts flowering from 3 months onwards. We can plant the crop right from March, April to August, September. Any time between March, April to September, October. So once planted, the farmer can have the crop 3 years. Only during winters, the flower production potential comes down little bit, depending on the severity of the winter. If the winters are more severe, the flower production will come down proportionately. If the winters are mild, so the flower production will continue. So this is very good to start with less investment. Next, another one is aster crop, very short duration crop. And marigold, now all markets are flooded with marigold. Very easy to cultivate and short duration. Anything else, madam?
I posted the question in the chat box. Can you suggest low-cost technologies for improving flower quality and shelf life?
Low cost
Technologies
for
improving flower quality and shelf life.
The recommended package of practices, madam. We have publication also here. We have given very in detail the package of practice for each crop. Post-harvest management, in general, the post-harvest handling in our country is not properly organized. The packaging materials, use of chemical treatments. For each crop, we have given in detail. But in general, my recommendation would be to, for example, marigold is there. So instead of the general practice is to pack them in gunny bags or old saris. Old saris are different cloth material is used for packing of these chrysanthemum or marigold or asters. So instead of that, if the farmer goes for use of flower crates or corrugated fiber boxes, so such things will extend the post-harvest quality as well as shelf life of these flowers.
Okay. And
we have a set of pre-cooling, storage, packing, all standardized technologies for each and every crop. So to generalize here, it will be difficult. But as far as cut flowers, rose, gladiolus, carnation, so these technologies, the techniques are well documented, available in any of the standard textbooks or reference books. Only thing for loose flowers, we have technologies standardized at Tamil Nadu Agricultural University for jasmine, for Crosandra, the use of 4% boric acid. A quick dip of flowers, loose flowers in a solution of 4% boric acid will extend the keeping quality as well as shelf.
okay. And are there new disease or pest resistant varieties in floriculture?
As I mentioned, madam, for tuberose, we have blossom midge, this imidacloprid and use of prophylactic measures, and blossom midge is very small insect, which control measures taken by one farmer will drive the pest to the neighboring farmers. So collective implementation of this blossom midge management will be beneficial. And sucking pests, if anyone going for protected cultivation, we have to follow the standard spray schedule for managing these insect pests under the protected structures.
Okay. And what post-harvest technologies are recommended for cut flowers to reduce losses?
Post-harvest technologies, cut flowers, it starts right from harvest, madam. Immediately after harvesting, pre-cooling is one particular treatment, keeping them in cold storage or forced air coolers. That is one method. Different methods are there, forced air cooling or just keeping it 4 degrees centigrade. That pre-cooling followed by pulsing solutions in case of gladiolus, tuberose or rose. So that is nothing but supplying respiratory substrate, that is sucrose, to enhance the keeping quality. And then after grading and sorting, storage till we have the market to cold storage. And we have recommended temperatures for respective flower crops, different flowers. And on average, 0 to 2 degrees, 3 degrees centigrade is sufficient for many of the rose or carnation. Whereas tropical flowers, orchids, anthurium, they should be stored at about 10 degrees, 10 to 12 degrees centigrade. And we have MAP, modified atmospheric packing, and we have controlled atmosphere packing, storage, CA storage, MA storage for different cut flowers.
Okay. And which flowers have good domestic and export market demand right now?
For a dry flower. Come again, madam, repeat your question.
Yeah, which flowers have good domestic and export market demand right now?
For live and
Just
for export purpose,
I
mostly
posted
rose, madam.
I posted in the chat box.
Yeah, for export market, rose, gerbera, and carnation. So these are almost 80 to 90% of export market is rose flowers, and then followed by gerberas, and a very small amount of anthuriums and orchids. And for a domestic market, all these flower crops which I have listed, they're all popular and having very good demand. In addition to this, some of emerging flowers like Lysianthus, hydrangea, calla lily, celosia, gomphrena. These are the demand for these flowers are increasing in domestic market. So this is like antirrhinum, also known as snapdragon. So novelty is the main driving force in floriculture. So people look for novelty in flower crops. So these are upcoming. The ones I listed: Lysianthus, Hydrangea, Calla lily, and Celosia, Gomphrena. So these flower crops are emerging flower crops.
And how can farmers access ICAR varieties and technologies directly?
I have given my number, madam, and we have one. You can check our website. We have a separate seed portal, IHR seed portal. Just Google, you can get this IHR seed portal. We have separate numbers for fruit crops, vegetable crops, and flowers. So anyone can approach this phone number of flower crops for the supply of planting material of any of these crops.
Okay. And are there training programs for farmers in floriculture at ICAR?
Yes, madam. We are organizing training programs, but mostly they are of short duration, either 1 day or 2 days. And we will be posting in our social media platforms. So we have a YouTube channel, we have Facebook channel, and we have our IHR website. We are posting there. And, people can contact any of these numbers.
Okay, last two questions. I'm just putting in the chat box. Yeah. So how are the recent horticulture varieties developed by ICAR addressing challenges like climate change, water scarcity, and pest resistance, and what impact can they have on long-term sustainability in flower farming?
We are working on resistance to fungal pathogens in rose, and then marigold. We are working on these areas, madam. Fungal pathogens like alternaria blight in marigold, black spot, dieback in rose. So we have some leads, some lines which are tolerant, which are resistant to these pests. And also we are working on developing rose rootstocks which are tolerant to abiotic factors like salinity, alkalinity. So these factors, and that is one thing. We are working on gardening varieties which I have listed, either Veeraraghavan or Arka Sinchana Kinnari. So they are having, they contribute to this one, mitigating the climate change. They have very good carbon sequestration potential, and they are environmental friendly because the disease incidence or insect pest incidence is less. So the usage of agrochemicals are less. So we are environmental friendly, and also we are trying to develop varieties which can take less irrigation water compared to the conventional varieties, with which are having higher water use efficiency. We are working on those things, and some of the varieties which I have listed, they are having higher water use efficiency. And pest resistance, as I said, sucking pests, some of the rose lines, they are tolerant to thrips, some are tolerant to mites. So they are very good tolerance to insect pests. So usage of chemicals to these, management of insect pests will be less.
Okay, so now last question. 1 second.
But
Yeah.
yes, please.
Yeah. Could you elaborate on the advanced post-harvest and value addition technologies in floriculture that ICAR is promoting, and how farmers can adopt these innovations to access export markets?
Yeah, as I said, madam, valuation, loose flowers, we last maybe 7, 8 years or 8 to 10 years. Before that, loose flowers being highly perishable, we never exported to any of the countries outside. But now with our interventions, technological interventions from public sector, from university as well as ICR institutes, we have a value chain standardized for export of jasmine as well as Crocandra flowers. So now we are exporting jasmine as well as Crocandra to Middle East countries and very recently to US and European countries also. This is one important, technological intervention for increasing value chain. Another one, floral agarbattis were made from different, even from a private sector, IIT Kanpur. This IIT graduates, first they started with making of agarbatti. And then one or two other universities, they also started making agarbatti. And from at IHR, we have our own formula to make agarbatti and dhoop stick technology. And then some of the universities under AICRP on floriculture, All India Coordinated Research Project on floriculture. So 2-3 universities, they have standardized the protocols for extracting the herbal gulal, herbal powders from fresh flowers. So which can be used for, in different occasions, holy or using them in making different food products, which are, environmental friendly, residue free, without any pesticide residues, which can be straight away recommended for food chains. Many flowers protocols have been standardized to make herbal gulal, herbal colors from different flowers, marigold, aster, chrysanthemum, like that. And essential oils, this is a very good industry. As I mentioned, from Kannauj area of Uttar Pradesh, they are extracting essential oils since long back. And also Metropolitan area of Tamil Nadu, essential oils are extracted from jasmine, rose, and many other fresh flowers. So it is there. Only thing, the technology little capital intensive, and the market is the details of market is with few players who are there in the market. So they are not disclosing, they are not coming to the common people, but the industry is there, it is going. And other post-harvest products like rose gulkand. Gulkand is very famous. The Haldigati area, the Udaipur, some of the areas in Rajasthan, they are known for making gulkand from Rosa damascena or Rosa parvania. So all over India and outside India, the gulkand made from this Rajasthan, there is one Pankudi, FPO, Farmer Producer Organization, and there are many small scale holders which are producing this manufacturing gulkand and exporting to different parts of the country and also outside the country also. So gulkand. And then rose water. Gulrogan. Gulrogan is kind of oil which is used for, for hair improvement. So these are other products, rose water, Gulrogan, Pankudi. So number of other products from rose, the protocols are standardized. Many farmers, couple of entrepreneurs in Maharashtra, in Karnataka, Rajasthan. So they are making different value-added products from rose. They are marketing.
Okay. Okay, Dr.
Did I
Naveen,
miss anything, madam? Post-harvest you asked, no? Anything else you were asking?
No, that's all. 1 minute. I'll just check out the question once again.
Yeah.
Post-harvest and value addition technology in floriculture and how farmers can adopt these innovations to access export markets.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Dr. Naveen, I think I don't find any more questions. So now we have come to end of question round. On behalf of agricultureinformation.com, we'd like to thank you for the presentation and answering all the questions. And I also like to thank our editorial team for the questions. So we'll be closing this meeting now. Thank you. Have a good evening.
Thank you. Thank you. Good day to you.